The word distracting really is this whole idea about trying to take you away from where you want to go. And we see that where you might get distracted at home or from doing something, you might get distracted at school on a task. But really, there's information that we are going to be looking at here that we don't need. Okay. So, what I want us to be thinking about as we're working through this is we want to read the entire question. We want to look at what the question is asking for. So read the entire thing and get to that part where the question is and say, what is it asking us for? Okay. Determine then what information is needed. So you need to be a thinker, be thinking about, hey, do I need this or do I not need this in order to solve this particular problem? Then you want to look for your operations, create your equation, and solve it. So let's take a look at two different examples and see what information we need, what information is distracting, and then what operations and things that we're going to use in order to create our equation. So here we go. We have a problem where there's some people at a basketball game. There were 237 boys and 228 girls at the basketball game. There were also 121 parents at the game. 49 kids left the game at halftime. How many kids are still at the game? So I know I'm looking for a total number of kids that are left. Okay, kids at the game. Okay, so I'm looking for that. So as I look through this, I have 237 boys and 228 girls. Those seem to be things that I need. I do need those. Let's use a highlighter instead. Okay. So I think I do need those. There are 121 parents. Well, if I'm looking for kids, parents are they're adult. I don't think that I need this, so I'm going to cross this out. Okay, parents don't seem to fit into that same equation. And then I have also over here 49 kids left the game. Okay, all right. So and how many are still at the game? So here, I know that I have those 2. It doesn't say much about that, but it does seem like they're probably combined. I get that because they were both there at the game, so I can visualize that there's some boys, there's some girls, and then eventually, somehow or another, there's some who are left, and there's this group here that that left the game, that left as in departed if I were to create a visual for it. And that 121 parents doesn't fit into this, so I crossed it out. The left the game gives me an idea that this is going to be subtraction. So here, as I go forth to this part, which is to create your equation, I can go 237 plus 228 minus 49 equals x. And from here, I can then just work from left to right because I have both addition and subtraction. Those are similar operations. So in my order of operations, I'm going to do those first. So over here, I do 237 and 228, 7 plus 8. I know, as you're all saying, is 15. Bring that 1 up to the top because I've got my 10. 3 and 1 is 4, plus 2 is 6. 2 and 2 is 4, so that'd be 465. I can then take this 465 and subtract my 49 from it. To take that away, again, I got to take away. I'm going to borrow from my tens. Got 15 here. I've got 6, 1, 4. So 416 total people. Kids, total kids, not total people, because there are the 121 parents who are still there, presumably. Let's try that on the next one. Here it says on the first day you read 129 pages. On the second day you read 39 pages. There were 149 pages in your book. How many pages do you have left to read? Here, there's some things that are distracting because they are numbers, not necessarily or because they have a number in them. So as I look at this, I know that I'm going to need my pages here. I'm looking for how many pages are left, pages left. So pages in the book. Got 149 pages that were total, 29 here on the first day and 39 on the second day. You might be saying to yourself, well, what's distracting? Here, because I included the first and I included second, those two things, because they have numbers, you might be thinking, well, I need to add them. And I don't. Those are just ordinal numbers to tell you what you did first or second. Put them in a particular order. Here again, as I move forward with my equation, I have 149 as my total, and I'm going to be subtracting from it 29, and then subtracting from it 39, and it's going to equal x.